Okay, so I'm making this video to my younger self in hopes that it may help someone to organize their life a little bit better. And it just includes some learning lessons that I have learned throughout the years. So, this is basically how I structure my life as a student in Barcelona. And it's optimized for getting amazing grades, but also enjoying life in the process, which I think is very important when people think about students that are top performers in their studies. They usually think of it as sitting in the room all day studying and doing nothing else. But I've managed to organize my life in a different way, which I'm going to show you. So, what can this structure allow you to do? Well, the goal is to get really good grades and learn a lot in university while still enjoying your life. So this system allows me to don't have long days of constant studying. I don't want to do that at all. I want to study as little as possible and get the most results from it that I can. Never being bored and actually looking forward to each study session. This is also something that you don't associate with studying. You think of it as something boring that you don't want to do. You're just sitting down all day reading some boring book. But this is not how I like to do it. I can do a lot during the days because I have a lot of free time. I can train both in the gym and martial arts, enjoying the Barcelona sun, exploring the city, partying, social life, and dating. All of it I have time for. And this is all because I do active learning only. In my opinion, 1 hour of active learning can equal 6 hours of passive learning in your results. And from doing only 1 hour of studying, you get more energy because you don't do as much, and you also get more free time to do other things. Whilst passive learning for 6 hours leaves you burnt out, bored, and you have no free time at all, and you will just hate studying. In a different video, I can go more into detail what actually active learning is, but it's basically a process to learn more things in a quicker amount of time. So one important way that I structure my days is I usually see people, well, they have a calendar or maybe they have a document with a to-do list. But what I've done is I've put them together. So I have my calendar and my to-do list in the same Notion document. So I don't use a calendar. I basically outline every day in a chronological list. So my day today, I have a list of what I need to do and all of my things that I have to do in certain times of the day in a chronological order. And I also have days in the near future as well, if I have certain classes or certain meetings or anything. Things that I can't forget, for example. Then I can just go through this list, this checklist, each day, ticking off each task once it's completed. This list is processed and done the evening before. Every day, every evening, I make the list, so I know what I have to do the day after. In the morning, then, I'm not spending any time or any energy thinking about what I have to do. I can just act immediately. And that to me is very, very effective. Also, another reason why I like to do it in Notion is just easier to carry it with you. You can carry your calendar and your document at once in your phone. Extremely easy to just pick up your phone, look what you have to do when you're going through the day. We're not at home, for example. Tick off each list, something else appears, you just add in another bullet point. and you have it there saved. This planning, this meticulous planning, I feel like it allows me to live in the moment more, actually. Some people say just go with the flow and blah blah blah, but if I can plan things, then I can switch off that future and just focus on the thing I have to do in the now. So this gives me a lot of mental clarity. For example, if I know that I will do certain things later in the day and that they will get done for sure, I can just focus on the task at hand. And this self-trust comes from the brutal consistency of performing small daily tasks over and over again. For example, waking up on time, getting to bed on time, training when you should train, or eating the foods that you should be eating. These small little tasks, if you do them enough, you start gaining trust in yourself, that you can tell your future self that you're gonna do something and he's actually gonna do it. So now, if I put something in my list, I am very, very sure that I will perform this task, even if it's quite big. And that's why I can plan each day very accurately. So how can this routine look like? Well, you see on these pictures here, there are basically two parts of each day. This is the early morning where there is extreme focus. And then, rest of the day is just relaxing, living life, enjoying. So the two parts. Deep focus in the morning. Right when I wake up, I usually have a 30-minute morning routine. But after that, it's deep focus of studying. Learning the things in my subjects that I have to learn, that are difficult to learn as well. If you're not a student, this might be complex work that you have to do, a business strategy or a vision, if you're an entrepreneur, for example. But for me, I'm a student, I have to learn certain things. I do it right away in the morning and I set a timer on my computer. This is super important. I set a timer of a certain time frame that I have to get my studying done. And when this timer hits, I stop. Because then it's like when you're actually doing it and you have a deadline of the study session, you are in more of a hurry, but in a good way, in order to get all of it done. If you don't have any time frame of when you need to get it done, you just drag it out and you might even procrastinate. So then the rest of the day is just for enjoyment or other things that you have to do but that require less focus. For example, your daily work or your daily classes that you have to attend. Physical training, cooking and eating, social time, spending time with friends or other activities or hobbies that you like to do. The reason this is very important is because you get a rest from studying. You have short, intense sprints in the morning where you use all of your mental energy, and then the rest of the day you live, gain life experience. You're able to rest as well, so that you have energy the day after as well. This to me is very, very effective. And it also allows me to live a frictionless life. There doesn't have to be so much friction to studying or procrastination. You give yourself the best conditions with this system. Of course, a bit of friction is needed in order to learn. But you can really make it smooth by doing a little bit of work every single day. in this deep focused mode, because that's where you actually progress through consistency. If you have 2 weeks to study for 10 exams, you're just feeling so bad. You have to sit there 8 hours per day. You will be super tired, not be able to sleep, and just hating it. And the whole year you will not look forward to this moment. But if I have an exam coming up, I look forward to the weeks before, because I know that I will be prepared from doing consistent things all the time before this. So that's just basically how I organize my life. The 3 main key points that I would leave to you to teach my younger self would be: gain a lot of self-trust by consistently performing simple actions that you tell yourself that you're gonna do. Getting up on time, making your bed, or training your body, sometimes even when you don't want to do it. Second thing, the list, using a list instead of a calendar, very effective for me. Making a chronological list each evening of what you're gonna do the day before, so you don't have to spend any mental power on what you actually have to do. And also always being active with the work that you're doing and super focused for a short period of time with a deadline. Setting a timer, being as focused as you can early in the morning, and then letting it go. Letting your mind rest and doing other stuff. So hopefully that helped, and I will see you.